You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, Stand-Up, Sit-Down, featuring in-depth discussion and interviews with stand-up comedians on the art of stand-up comedy. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Stand-Up, Sit-Down.
All right.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. I was waiting for
Where's
it.
the theme music?
There you go.
Let's check it.
How you guys doing? Welcome to another edition of Stand Up, Sit Down.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Nick Perdue, here with my lovely co-host.
LouLou Gonzalez, everybody. I'm in the building.
Yeah. And we have the hilarious Diaz Mackie.
What up,
Yeah.
How are you?
though? Yeah, good.
Good to see you in LA. Shit.
I know.
It's good to be here, finally. Globetrotting.
Yeah, you've been traveling on the road. You got the leather on.
I love to
you
say
know.
he's in true comedic form. Like, every comic I know on stage, like, has a leather jacket.
Yeah.
I think it's just
Something
because
leather.
black people like leather.
Right.
I don't know if it's just a comic thing, I think.
But no,
Black
because
people.
Chris Rock and Eddie Murphy and all
Martin.
that.
Also
Martin,
black.
They did.
Also
yeah, it is
black.
black.
Yeah, find a white guy, he's in flip-flops.
And
You
a
know what I'm saying?
t-shirt. That is very
A
true.
hoodie.
Why
Very-
else we get leather? I don't know.
Because it makes us feel
It's the rite of passage.
regal. You
Oh,
know
God.
what I mean?
Leather?
Yeah. Makes you feel regal. You got cow on your back. You know,
Right.
you feel regal. So let's jump right into it, Diaz.
Let's do it.
From Michigan.
Yes, sir.
So now let me ask you, as a kid, growing up, were you funny?
I think so. Some people probably say no. But I think so. I was always sarcastic, let's put it that way. So, yeah.
Like, nobody, like, when you was younger, ever said, like, yo, you're not funny. Like, just don't do this. Like,
No.
no?
No, my mom probably a couple times was like, oh, that joke was not funny. But yeah. A lot of my friends, I was the class clown, so yeah, I was funny.
Oh, okay.
Did it ever get you in trouble, though?
No, because I was a goody two-shoes class clown. Like, I could goof off and distract you, but still retain the information, so I got good grades.
I hated you.
So everyone else around you was failing.
Right.
But you were getting A's.
Yeah.
What is going on with this kid?
Just retaining the information.
Just like, I don't know about my class, but I'm doing amazingly well.
That's funny. What did your parents say when you said, I want to do this stand-up thing for real?
Oh, you just assumed I had two parents.
You came from somewhere. There was a guy and a woman involved.
We gave you the benefit of the doubt.
Gave the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Pretty shocked. My mom kind of knew that I was, but my dad was like caught off guard. And I was like, you should have been around more. Like, I didn't know you was funny, nigga.
You weren't here last week when I
Right?
cracked my jokes.
Like, you ain't been here the last 13 years. You done missed a lot.
But no, I mean, but like, was it weird, or like was your mom kind of like, all right, like try it, but I want you to have like a real job too. Like I want you, like don't put all your eggs in one basket type thing.
No, honestly, not. My mom actually could see me doing it. In fact, she's really supportive of it. In fact, my mom's a pastor.
Okay.
Wow.
So she talks all the time that I'm still using my pastoral anointing, but I'm just doing it a different way. So she's like, that's what you're gifted to do. I wish you would do Christian jokes, but
Oh, you don't do any like clean jokes, no Christian jokes?
I do here and there, but that's not what I do normally. No.
So it's kind of raunchy?
yeah, I could be a bit blue.
Has your mom has your mom like seen your set?
Yeah, my mom, my grandmother, my children. Yeah.
And like what's their response?
You're very funny and very blue.
But no, but is it ever like uncomfortable, performing in front of your mother, your grandparents, and your
Not
children?
at all.
Ranchy?
No, in fact, being able to do my jokes in front of my mom allows me to do my jokes in front of everybody else. Like, I don't give a damn what your opinion is because I've done this in front of my mom. You know what I mean? And
That's a good answer.
yeah.
I wish a lot of other comics that felt like that.
Right.
There's a lot of comics who are just like uncomfortable. Like they'd be like, no, don't come to my show.
Oh, no, not
Yeah.
me. I'm going all out. And I'm going to do some of my worst stuff. So you be like, oh. And I can gauge you off of it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
okay, keep that.
How old were you when you was like first time on stage?
First time on stage, I was 28.
Wow.
Yeah. I started kind of late. But I think it was appropriate for me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I kind of knew myself, so I think it was easier to.
So did you like have a good set? Did they Like throw tomatoes?
No, I had a great set. In fact, that's the only reason why I'm still doing it. If I'd have bombed my first time, my personality, I'd be like, okay, this isn't for me. And I'd have went on to something else. That's why I don't play the saxophone today. I picked it up, tried to blow air into it, it wouldn't. Picked up some drumsticks, and now I play drums.
Oh, you play drums?
Yeah.
See, teach you some things.
Yeah,
horrible
my
air.
air
I haven't
drum.
played drums in like 10 years. It's longer, but I can still do some things.
He was like, yeah, I play drums. Haven't played in 10 years. But
Oh, yeah.
It's all
played,
rhythm, right?
In church and jazz band and high school band for a little bit.
Oh, okay. You're multi-talented.
I try.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I just stick to jokes.
No?
But no, so, all right. So how long was your first set? You said it was great. So like,
My
how much
first set
time
was
did
probably
you do?
like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Wow.
About 5. Yeah.
Do you remember what you talked about?
A lot of it. I just freestyle though. My first set never wrote a joke out. I just smoked a blunt, listened to Lloyd Banks 1970 something, and went in. It was 2 comics in front of me. I sat down and paid attention to them. One of the guys right in front of me was turned out to be like the class clown of the comics. Like he's a horrible comic, but he's like the running joke in Vegas for a long time. His name was John King Tamer. He looked like Sonny Bono, but his hairline and intentionally was shaved like right here.
That's terrible.
So my first joke, because he was hitting on the girls at my table that was with my girlfriend, another girl. And my first joke was talking about him looking like Sonny Bono after he hit a tree. And I apologized for going after another comedian, but then I was like, but I couldn't let you say something about these girls and not say nothing back because a black girl would be like, blah, blah, blah. Very generic joke, you know what I mean? But it got laughs in front of a white room. And then I told a joke about my ex-girlfriend being a Jehovah's Witness, and I got laughs. And then I did my Steve Irwin joke, which I still do here and there sometimes now, which is funny because it's the first time I ever told it. Steve Irwin looking for crackheads. And yeah.
So what is like your comedic style now? Like what is, are you the witty? Are you very one-liners? Like what is your style?
It's a mix. It's observational, I would say is the best general term for it. But like observations of what I've gone through, what I see, stuff in the news, topical. Yeah.
Nice.
But do you talk about yourself a lot though, or do you?
Yeah, I talk about myself. Definitely. I mean, that's where your best comedy comes from, right? Your own experiences and your pain.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of it. Like having this list, for instance. You know what I mean?
Has that ever like gotten you like either into something or out of something with the list? Like, can you like? Because I know for me, like I have like I stutter sometimes. So I'm trying to like, don't judge me. I stutter like when I get nervous or like if I'm trying to say something I can't really come out with it, so I stutter really bad. So I'm trying to bring that on stage.
I would mumble.
You would
because I wouldn't want people to hear the list, so I would just mumble. And be like really low talking. What did you say?
Has stand-up helped your lisp?
No.
No.
Doing telemarketing and just learning how to drop my list when I wanted to helped my list. But now that I do comedy, I actually allow my list to flow freely because it separates my voice. You need a voice in comedy, so now I'm the lisp. I'm the black dude with the lisp that was funny as hell. I'm like, oh, you mean Diaz Mackie? Yeah, that dude. He was hilarious.
Diaz the lisp Mackie.
Yeah. Oddly enough, that is how some people have found me. Jay Cruz works for Power 106.
Yeah.
He was in Vegas and he came to a show and he was on Twitter. He was like, went to a show, saw a funny black comic with a lisp, hilarious. And a friend tagged me and was like, you must be talking about Diaz Mackie. And now Jay Cruz and I are good friends.
That's hilarious. The lisp works, guys.
Yep.
That's funny. So what was your best show that you've done so far?
Oh, gosh. I can't tell you my best. I've had a few in my mind, as other people probably tell you. He never. I can tell you my worst show.
What's your worst show?
My audition finals for Def Comedy Jam. Yeah, I thought I'd made it, right? Like my auditions, I got a standing ovation. I told my mom, hey, we finna be on Def Comedy Jam. Like, we've made it. Like me and my boy, we went truck shopping. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing comedy for like 3 months. You know what I mean? And I got a standing on my audition.
Right,
I'm like, I'm the shit.
Truck shopping.
At my audition, I did the Steve Irwin looking for crackhead joke was my closer at the time. And I tackled the mic. And we were at the Fitzgerald, Michael Carter was hosting. And when I went to tackle the mic, I slid across the stage. Like my floor, my shirt just like caught the stage and it just slid. And it was perfect. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't have planned it better. You know what I mean? It was a great effect for the joke. Standing ovation. I got up off the floor and was like, God bless, good night. You know what I mean? I was like, woo. So then I planned to slide on purpose for the audition finals.
Oh my God.
And I went out and bought a T-shirt that I could wear for the finals. I don't know what I was thinking buying a T-shirt, but it had the New Jack City logo on it, but it had George Bush, Dick Cheney, Condoleezza Rice, right? But it was that iron-on print.
Yeah.
And so, first of all, I go into a joke about Jaheim being gay, right?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Is he? Sorry.
I believe so.
Oh, okay. I got really inquisitive.
And this is 7 years ago, and that's what happened in the audience. They were like, "Really, James?" like Neil Patrick Harris had just came out and told the world that he was gay, and then I made a tie-in about Jaheim being gay, and the crowd instead of laughing was like, "Really, he's gay?" And you can hear them asking each other. I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like I'm in trouble, right? So then I did this other joke where what did I do? I did something. I was talking about how Vegas stunk. Like certain parts of Vegas, like had a stench to it. You know what I mean? I was like it's like Mike. Like you walking like on the strip, and you walk by like a certain area. And it was like, oh, Michael Tyson just hit you with an uppercut. It was like very lame joke, but it used to get laughs, and it was physical. Like I'd fall out, and I was on the ground and got like nothing. Oh. And I'm like, oh shit. So I do the Steve Irwin joke. Right, this is my money.
Yeah.
Right? And I go to slide. Intentionally this time because it killed the last time. Like you finna pull me out the hole, right? The iron print caught the floor and I stuck, and I didn't even make it to the mic stand. It was so bad.
That's funny.
It was so bad, and I had like just met Jay Reed and D-Lay, right? And so I come off this stage, and like when I got off, it was like, whoo. And Jay Reed and D-Lay was like, it was like, that nigga right there just bombed. And I would have had probably the worst set of the night, but this other guy, God bless him,
Took your shine.
went up.
He's in tears. I love it.
Yeah, he had the ashiest hands, right? Like he was the darkest motherfucker too, right? And he had the ashiest hands. And his hands were so ashy, it was white, right? And he grabbed the mic and you just see it, and he was bombing. And I was like, Lord, I thank you. You know what I mean? Like, but another comic, and it's funny, he comes up to me like a couple years later, Marlon Baker, if you know him, he's out in Boston. He's like, I don't know if you know, nigga, but you had a threesome into that set. I ended up fucking the girls that came to see you. I was like, really? I think I did that bad. I lost a pre-planned threesome.
That's terrible. To add insult to injury, right?
Yeah. I'm like, oh.
Hey, that's so bad on so many levels, but I'm glad you can look back and laugh at it now.
Oh, yeah, I learned that's my favorite show, though. I learned so much from that show.
Yeah,
like, that show made me a comedian.
Don't buy T-shirts with, with
that
print on it, right?
All types of stuff, but yeah. So that was the show.
Let me ask you, because like there's comics who get on stage and maybe the first joke works, the second joke kind of falls a little flat, and the third joke you lose the crowd. So how do you regain the crowd after a couple jokes don't really go over?
Oh, you just gotta have confidence and know that your stuff is funny. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like when I first started, that might have shook me. You know what I mean? You'd be like, whoa, boy, like it shook me that night. You know what I mean? Now, after almost 8 years, sometimes I'll intentionally tell a joke that, I know might not get it, or, might get a weird reaction. Yeah. You know what I mean? The dip is set just to bring it back up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you play Puppet Master and be like, I can do this. You know what I mean? But you just have to have something that is strong. You know what I mean? And the best thing to do is know your audience. You have to be able to read an audience. It's a skill. You know what I mean? Like, I go out with a tested joke, like my first joke. And it's a really crass joke. And, like, some people, like, when I first started doing it, was like, whoa, that's so out there to be a first joke. But you try to gauge your audience. And I pick out, like, the oldest person in the first couple of rows. And I'm, like, focusing on them when I'm telling the joke. You know what I mean? Looking around, but you're trying to see that reaction to see if it's too far. You know what I mean? If the crowd laughs, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, okay, I can do whatever I want from here. Yeah. If you see them tighten up, okay, clean up my set a little bit. And then you start going to, like, a sales pitch where you're, like, building rapport with your audience. So that's when you go into if it's an old audience, oh, I'm old, you know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. I took a nap and pulled the muscle, rah, 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 you know what I mean? Or if it's a black crowd, you start talking about, you know what I mean?
Conan stuff.
You can, you know what I mean? Like you go
12 years a slave.
12 Years a Slave or Beyonce right now, or you know what I mean? Like skinny jeans, you know what I mean? Like, you can always get a laugh at skinny jeans in the black crowd.
Yeah.
How often do you write new jokes?
I come up with jokes all the time. Working in the set, like I never do 2 sets the same.
Really?
Some of the jokes, yeah, might be the same, but even then, like I'm remixing the joke or revising it. Like it's all off of the crowd.
Yeah. Do you have like a set you'll do for competition and a set that you'll do just like a regular, you know, like 30-minute set or like...
I'll have to say, as far as the competition, no, because I don't do competitions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've done a couple. I won a couple, and I didn't win a couple. And when I didn't win, it irritated me.
So
I don't like not winning.
Taking my mic and going home.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, not like that, like so loser, but you still like. I don't like the competition of it. Like I don't like not winning, so I don't do competitions.
Totally
I
agree.
need to start networking more doing that, but yeah, I don't.
I totally agree.
I mean, you know, but you know what it is? It's like popular contest a lot of times. You know,
It
like
is.
if
It
you
is
bring
a lot of
30,
times.
40 folks, you know, they
Yeah.
all clap and vote, whatever.
Right.
And then you get on stage and you're like, I'm not going to laugh.
Yeah, it's not about your
know.
talent anymore. It's about how
No.
many friend requests did you accept that day.
yeah.
Right, right.
It's politics as usual.
How often have you gotten hecklers? And then, like, how do you deal with hecklers?
I don't often get hecklers. I've probably only been heckled maybe like 3 or 4 times in my entire life.
Wow.
Yeah. I think previous to my recent style change, I think my jokes came out too fast to be heckled. Because I had kind of like a machine gun style. It was just like bloom, 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 bloom. You know what I mean? So you don't get a chance to get anything in. Now it's a little slower. I'd say if in the past when anyone's interjected, you either ignore it. You know what I mean? If it doesn't cause too big of a scene, you know what I mean? Or if you can come with something witty quick, then you go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? If you can control it. It's just a trick and dance in doing that because you can get malicious. You know what I mean? Like, I have a sarcastic sense of humor, and I can be, like, knife cutting. So I try to not engage the crowd too much because I can get, like, pretty, like, sharp with it. You know what I mean? And I have to, like, pull it back. I'm like, whoa, you're getting mean. Like, all of a sudden, you just start talking about this dude's dad that left him. You know what I mean? And all that. So I have to pull back because I know my sense of humor when I get that way. But, yeah, you just ignore it if you can. Sometimes you have to address it as an elephant in the room, you know what I mean, and combat it. But my whole thing, even with that, is you never know why a person has come to a comedy show and what they're dealing with, you know what I mean? So you don't want a whole room laughing at them when they're depressed and thinking about killing themselves already, you know what I mean?
You're adding fuel to the fire.
Right, and then they go home and off themselves because it felt like, you know,
Diaz
500
Mackie.
and 1,200 people just got done laughing at me. Right, like everybody thinks I'm a joke, you know?
Everybody's laughing at me.
I am a loser.
That's terrible.
I seen that you've been doing some TV stuff lately.
I have, yeah. Got fortunate.
Oh,
God's blessing, being in the right place at the right time.
let
actually.
the world know what you've been on, man.
Well, in the past, I was a judge on Bill Bellamy's Who's Got Jokes. I was in an episode of Criminal Minds. I played the cop.
Okay.
House of Lies. I was on there. I was on Shameless.
Yeah.
Go On with Matthew Perry. And I was a regular in Guys with Kids until they got canceled.
Okay. What about
Thought
recently?
we had
Anything
made
recent?
it. Recent Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, that's
On the
what
red carpet. I know that's what you're trying to get to.
You see your head in the pocket like, oh, you know, just
Mr. Burlington Coat Factory, they need to send me some endorsement deals.
You said Burlington Coat Factory?
Yeah, I shouted them out like needlessly.
Did you really?
Yeah, they asked me what I was wearing. I said Burlington Coat Factory.
And you haven't got nothing, no brand deals?
Right, no, nothing yet. Like, yeah, I need management. I need to fire my manager.
I can get a bunch of people on the phone right now.
Burlington
I
Coat
just-
Factory,
You
right?
need
I
an
need some-
exclusive deal with Burlington Coat Factory.
Right, they need to hook me up with a whole, like, last season Sean John wardrobe.
Get you some Steve Harvey ties, you know what I mean? Some
Go
Cedric
give me
the
some-
Entertainer hats.
Go give me some Steve Madden last season.
But how was the show though? How was it? What was the experience like?
It was cool. I was with Del Harrison and Owen Smith. He was the one that like was on the red carpet conducting the interviews, and then ran into Jay Phillips. I mean, it was cool. I was pretty fortunate.
Nice.
God was a blessing.
Nice.
It made the cut.
Made the cut.
Got on the IMBD. Oh, credit. Headline me.
Wasn't there something else this week though?
No. I was on Kimmel too, but it didn't make the cut.
Oh, that's what you said. It didn't make the
Yeah, it didn't make the cut.
Cutting room floor.
Yep. Boom, boom.
But no, yeah,
It was like, oh,
imagine-
this nigga wasn't funny. He thought it was gonna be funny, but it was.
how is like, you know, doing a late night set different than doing a set in a comedy club? Just for the people at home, like, is there a different way that you structure your jokes? Because
To
it has
me,
to be
there's
like
not.
TV clean, right?
Yeah. Well, if you're doing a TV show set, yeah. You definitely it's just no swearing. You know what I mean? Like you take a joke and you just change the language. You know what I mean? Like as far as saying ass, you might say gluteus. You know what I mean?
Gluteus.
You know what I mean? Or something like that. You just change the vernacular of a joke. You know what I mean? Without losing the punchline
Yeah.
as much as you can. Some stuff you just get rid of. You know what I mean? For TV, do more family friendly. Until they come out to a show and then they get to see you like, whoa,
That's not the same guy.
this dude's not talking about Jesus and Paul.
But is there anything that's off limits that you're just not gonna talk about,
On TV?
or just on stage? Period.
Oh, no. No, I will talk about whatever pops in my head that I feel comfortable with at that time. Like, I'll gauge it in my head. Like, I'm always talking to myself on the stage as I'm doing jokes. But, yeah, I mean, I've already been doing Philip Seymour Hoffman jokes on stage. I mean, it's still rest in peace. You know what I mean?
So you have no like statute of limitations. Like you just so like
No.
if he, let's say Philip died on Tuesday, you're on stage Wednesday. You're already doing jokes Wednesday night.
Oh, Tuesday night. Tuesday night.
He's not even cold yet. You already
Not
still
even
doing-
cold, yeah. There is no such thing as too soon for me. It's like too late. You know what I mean? Like, not
Like
soon
you want to be
enough.
the first one. Like I'm gonna get this joke out tonight.
Not all the time, but I mean, like, if a topic is there, you know what I mean? Like, why shy away from it? You know what I mean? Like, something as serious as what he did, you know what I mean? And once again, I mean, rest in peace, and there's lots of addicts out there. But at the same time, you know, like, who's still using needles? You know what I mean? Like, right?
And he had a lot of them too.
A lot.
Was it a lot?
Well,
Yeah,
he had the one needle. He had a lot of packs.
That's what it was. It was like 50
He had,
baggies.
he had
of
70
this.
bags and he died on the first hit, which is, first of all, very fiscally irresponsible.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's a recession.
Right.
And you're just going to waste
Wasted
money like that?
So you just said I'm gonna buy the whole shebang. Like,
And then go out on the first hit.
The needle was still in his arm too. Like it was bad. It was just it was a bad
man.
situation.
I just, if he had smoked it, he'd still be here.
That's all you're saying.
and that is what I walk away from this whole death. For all you people out there.
Had he smoked it.
How long does it take you to really kind of develop a joke? From start to finish to where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna put this on a special.
Some like instant and some years. I mean, like some of the jokes that I've been telling now, I've been doing for like years, but like to see the cultivation of the joke, you know what I mean? Like where it's come like, even like I do a joke about relationships, you know what I mean? And just to see like the cultivation from like the way that joke started out, it started out with an REM song. And now it's like, it involves, doesn't even have REM in it anymore. It's Red Hot Chili Peppers, you know what I mean? It's just so elongated, and I've added Facebook into it, and different, like, just so, I mean.
Different elements to the joke. It
Yeah,
keeps
yeah.
building. It keeps building.
And then old jokes that I got thrown away, you know what I mean, back in the past that I thought weren't funny, you know what I mean? Now that
Bring 'em
I'm
back.
more mature, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, that was why I thought that was funny, because it is. You know? You go back and manipulate it and be like, oh, that is gold.
Speaking of relationships, are you single, dating,
I
married?
am single.
How is that like being single and being a working comic? Like, do you find women who understand, or is it a whole new world? Like,
It's different. I like it, but I don't. Like, I've lived it both ways. Like, when I first started doing comedy for the first, like, 3 years, I was single. You know what I mean? I got a lot done, and then I was in a relationship, and things kind of, like, slowed down a little bit, because you have to chop up your time. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
That's
And it's only fair. And, like, with me, like, my career, it kind of comes first right now. Like, I started late, I have kids, I have a family, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to take care of and do things more for me, but for them. You know what I mean? So I have more urgency. So I'm like, I got to do this. I have like timelines for progress for everything, and thankfully God's blessed, and I've met my timelines. Or I'd be probably doing telemarketing or something somewhere right now, because like, I've had deadlines where I'm like, if I don't do something substantial by this point, this comedy is over with. You know what I mean? Like, a kid's got to eat. Like, I sacrifice a lot. So with a relationship, it's difficult. You have to have someone who definitely understands entertainment. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
Because what time
you're
are you getting
female.
home? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you get people around you that, you know what I mean, are attracted to you. You have to be nice, because the one thing with comedy is you can be the funniest person in the world, but if you're not likable, it means nothing.
Exactly.
So you have to be nice so people want to come see you. And then this technology thing, you get the phones flipping out and people are getting Facebook. And then your girlfriend, your boyfriend over there is like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
No, it's just comedy, baby. It's just comedy.
Right? And then you got a whole situation. So, I mean, it's difficult. You got to be with somebody who definitely like understands and appreciative and supportive.
Because you're getting home late.
Yeah, your hours are late. And then, I mean, you might be out as late as 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, like, and the show ends at 2, but you're still kicking it with the boys networking. You know what I mean? And people don't understand it. That's probably like one of the most important parts of it is the networking. So you get more gigs. And then you
preach.
Yeah.
Tell them.
They go home because you need somebody to work a regular 9 to 5. You need stability somewhere.
Right.
Someone has to have stability.
Someone needs to get up in the morning.
Right? So then they get jealous of that lifestyle because you partying all the time in their eyes. You know what I mean? While they're going to work.
Right.
Yeah. You're like, this is work, baby. That's not work to me.
You don't smell like work.
Over here drinking and having a good time. You know, women kissing up on you, taking pictures. I see it on Instagram.
Right. And who is this broad liking all your pictures?
Right.
She's a fan, baby. She's a fan of what?
Why is she showing up at all your shows? You fucking her? No.
Talking about I'm on the list.
Right.
I have a list, man. I have a list.
I swear I have a list.
Right. You're on the list. You just don't come because you got to get up and go to work tomorrow.
Right. You gotta get up.
That's the reason.
I can't take you on the road. You have a job.
Right. She's a hoe. She doesn't work.
You're always on vacation. You're always going here and there. That's work.
This that road life.
This
baby.
is
This
that
that
road.
road
I just
life.
get benefited with alcoholic drinks.
Right. But now, because you know, I would have to say you're probably one of the hardest working comedians. Because there's comics who do open mics, right?
Right.
Then there's comics who do a couple shows every now and again. There's comics who work, a couple times a week. But you are on stage, if not every night, then every other night, and sometimes multiple stages per night.
Yeah.
First of all, how in the hell do you do all this stage time? And secondly, like, do you ever get like, oh my God, like this is too much?
I'd never get too much. I haven't. Funny thing is, I haven't taken a break from comedy since I've started over 7 years ago. Like I've never like taken a time out or anything like that. I've tried to hit a stage almost every day, and like there've been a couple times when you miss a day or whatever have you. But fortunately, like since I've been in LA, I've been very fortunate when people have been wanting to book me and all that, and that's probably a lot of my ties in Vegas. You know what I mean? Because I've helped a lot of people out come to Vegas and book them or get them booked. And then when I was headlining at the Rio, I would bring in guys all the time and let them headline for me in my stead while I would host or I'd be out of town or whatever have you. So,
Wow. Well, I have to ask because he has been in the news.
Oh, please ask.
And this little kid, well, he's not a little kid, but this man.
He's a grown man doing kid
running
stuff.
around. Brando Murphy.
oh, okay.
What are your thoughts on this comedian who is out here telling jokes, using the Murphy name and yada yada yada, with the mustache and the eyes, whatever. What are your thoughts
Mustache
on
and eyes?
on
The mustache.
Brando?
Did he purchase that?
I think it's genius, to be quite honest.
Did you see his TMZ
I have.
interview? Okay.
I have seen a lot of it. I think it's genius. I think it's unfortunate because I was friends with the kid, and I asked him like a few times, you know what I mean, in my living room in 2 different cities. My living room here in LA and my living room in Vegas. A couple times, it's like, hey, like be real. Like I don't care if you're not. You know what I mean? Let me know what's the deal. And he looked at me and was like, no, that's my dad. I'm like, okay, because if he wasn't, I'd help you write jokes for when the storm blows up. You know what I mean? We can get paid. You know what I mean?
Right.
We can get paid. Because right now your comedy's not going to stand the test.
Listen, not saying that he's not funny. He's just not quite there yet.
He doesn't have any material. So you can't say he's not funny or funny because he has no
doesn't.
jokes.
You've never
He's
really
doing,
seen him do stand-up.
Right.
He's doing other people's material.
No.
So that's a difference.
So okay, and then also with that too, like let's say joke stealing, because I mean, like really, when you have a joke that is your specific joke, it is essentially your intellectual property. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But then there are comedians out there that like to dabble and use some other comedian stuff. So what is your take on people stealing jokes?
Dabble.
My take is I try not to jump to any conclusions right away because you do have parallel thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're working with somebody, you know what I mean, you've seen that set and they didn't have that joke, and then they've heard your joke. Not all of a sudden the next time you see them, they're jumping that joke. That's messed up. You know what I mean? Like that.
So coming from the place where you just said, like, he was in your living room a couple times, you've said, hey, tell me the truth, whatever, and he said, yeah, that's my dad. And then seeing the TMZ interview, and it's like, that's not my dad. I never said that. Like, how did you feel like watching all that? Like, this dude just lied to my face.
I felt like he's suing Eddie for $50 million. Eddie, call me, and I will testify on your behalf for $5,000. $5,000.
So I was there. I was there.
I was there. He said it in both my living rooms.
Face to face.
500.
Let me be in your next movie. I'll testify.
A bag of weed.
I'm mad at this keeps getting lower.
A couple Swisher Sweets. Just give me something, please. Scratch off lottery ticket, right? With $5 on it. Just give me something. Give me something.
Need something.
Now with the internet where it is, you have Vine, and you have
Was LouLou, Vine Queen.
You got,
I am not the Vine Queen.
You might be single-handedly
You getting
keeping Vine alive.
eating strangers' food.
Thank you guys. Hey, that was just my thoughts. This is just my thoughts and put in comedic form.
Your 6 seconds are better than a lot of other people's 6 seconds.
Yes.
So
thank you guys.
Keep doing your 6 seconds.
Your food Vine almost got me arrested because I tried to do that.
But it's different because you have the leather and you got the sunglasses on.
Right.
And you're a black man.
And I'm a black man. They say, "Whoa, nigga!"
You got a little scruff on your face. It doesn't.
That's not how to use the list from my van. Just like I'm sorry. Oh, we can't mess with the gay dude. I'm like, oh, go ahead, sweetheart. Thank you.
Your fries are cold, by the way. That's funny. But no, so you have these internet stars, right? And then you have like legitimate stand-up, right? So because there's been some like some of these people from.
It's hard to tell the
internet.
difference now.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, from internet celebrities to regular celebrities, I mean, it's very hard. And like reality celebrities, like who's a celebrity now?
I mean, there are some Vine people who really like, hey, I'm famous. I'm like, no, you're just
on Vine. You're famous. Right.
But there's a lot of them who are trying to do stand up and they can't. Because 6 seconds of comedy is different than doing a 15-minute set.
Oh, even a 6-minute set.
A 3-minute set.
Right.
That hot 6 seconds, you just running around in your underwear.
But yeah, a lot of them are considering themselves comedians. And as a working comic, like, how do you, like, look at these YouTube and Vine kids and are like, hey, I do this for a living?
Some of those guys are probably making a lot of money off of the videos, so you can't really hate it. I guess that is comedy if it's paying for it, right?
Yeah.
They're getting the views. I don't know. I think it's an avenue for all of it. I think it's there needs to kind of be like a separation between like comedians and jesters. You know what I mean? I think a lot of those guys are jesters. You know what I mean when you're doing that? As far as the comic grind, I think the comic grind is the toughest that you can do. You know what I mean? It's the only profession where you're constantly being critiqued.
Right.
Every second that you're on stage.
Right.
And for multiple different reasons. You're being critiqued on how you sound, your appearance, what you're talking about. And you can lose the flow at any point in time for no reason explained to you. You know what I mean? You'd be like, 1 minute I had them, Now I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could be anything. So, I mean, you can have a hair out of place for some reason, and that is distracting enough to where they're just not following you because they're just looking at their hair the whole time.
Why won't it go down?
Right. You're like, I'm telling these jokes. And they're just so distracted. You know what I mean? So it's, I think it's a huge difference between the comedians and the jesters.
Yeah.
I think those are jesters.
I like that term.
Which has its place. I mean,
It does.
Yeah.
It does. But now let me ask you this. What piece of advice would you give someone who, says, hey, I want to try this stand-up thing for the first time. I see these Chris Rocks, the Jerry Seinfelds, the Carlos Mencia. I was totally wrong name.
A lot of Mexicans.
Well, I mean, no, you're Gabriel Iglesias.
Carlos Mencia.
I didn't mean
There's room for Carlos Mencia. You could be a Carlos Mencia.
Gabriel Iglesias, give me a George Lopez, we'll go Latin. But,
Latin. All right, I like this.
Like for those people who say, like, who see these folks and they want to do it, what is your advice for brand new comedians?
Not to think you're going to be a Carlos Mencia or Jerry Maguire or Jerry Seinfeld. Not to think you get rich overnight doing stand-up, because it is a toll. It's a sacrifice if you are truly committed to it. A lot of comedians live kind of a vagabond lifestyle. I know I am right now. You know what I mean? Like I actually gave up my apartment like 3 months ago. You know what I mean? Like, because I was on the road so much, so I was like paying $1,200 for storage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's senseless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, know yourself. It's definitely important to know who you are, like, truly. You know what I mean? So you can be true to yourself and your material. I mean, that way you're not some, church boy, in real life, but on stage trying to be a gangster through your comedy. You know what I mean? Because they don't portray.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's acting. It's not real. It's not genuine. Then that's how you get the joke stealing. You know what I mean? Because you're not being yourself. So now you feel free. You can take other people's experiences. You know what I mean? Because that's what the jokes are, right? Our experiences. And now all of a sudden, I've borrowed LouLou's experience. I've borrowed your experience. And I'm trying to pretend like it's me. And sometimes it fits and sometimes it don't.
Yeah.
The ones that don't, that's what get caught.
Stop stealing my life.
There you go. So where can people see you next, Diaz? Where can they see you live?
You can see me at Inside Jokes tomorrow night here in Hollywood, Saturday night. Sunday, I'll be at John Lovett's Comedy Club. The 15th and 16th, I'm at Pachanga in Temecula. The 27th, I'm headlining Rampart Casino in Vegas. And the 28th and 29th, I'm headlining the Prim Valley Resort at the State Line right there in Prim.
Nice. Busy man. Busy man.
Like I'm not doing anything with my life right now. Let's on dates. I'm like,
let me check my phone.
Right.
And the Misadventures of Diaz Mackie, the cartoon series, is currently being...
There's a cartoon coming?
Yes.
Does he have a
cartoon? Yes.
Oh,
I'm playing the voice. He will be my voice.
I mean, I thought you was going to, change him for the cartoon.
No. He's going to have a list. It's going to be a lot of my In fact, the first episode is based off of one of my jokes that I titled "How Being Black Saved My Life."
Aw.
So that should be
That
pretty
sounds
interesting.
hilarious.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, let us know when it comes out. Come back on.
The special
talk
Almost
about it.
Famous, we're going to tape that. We got pushed back, so we're going to tape it in June. I changed the name from On My Worst Behavior to Almost Famous.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of Drake lyrics. Like it.
And where can people find you online?
You can find me at Diaz Mackie on Instagram and Twitter, and then Diaz Mackie on Facebook. Just Google Diaz Mackie.
Yeah.
Diazmackie.
There you go.
March 9th, I'll be at LA Soul, which is Rooftop 3100. Telling some jokes. I got a lot of more stuff, but I'll be here Friday. Tell you guys about it.
I'll be here, guys.
Oh, follow me on Vine.
Next Friday and every Friday. Follow you on Vine.
Follow me on Vine, Lourdes Gonzalez. Some funny stuff.
Twitter,
LouLou Gonzalez. Instagram, it's LouLou Gonzalez. Literally, it's LouLou Gonzalez.
There you go. And you guys know you can follow me everywhere, all over the internet at The Nick Perdue. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.
Thanks for watching Black Hollywood Live on YouTube. For more in-depth interviews and news, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion in the comment section below here. See you soon, everyone. Bye.